So we have finished the first exercise 4.1 in our previous videos, and now we have to start exercise 4.2, and we are continuing with the chapter of quadratic equations, right? So now let's go to the first question. Find the roots of the following quadratic equations by factorization. So we have to find the factors. So here I have to find out two numbers whose sum is equal to -3 and product is equal to -10. So what should I do? -5 and +2, right? Those two will give me the product as -10 and sum as -3. So I'll substitute. So splitting the middle term, guys. So this is my middle term. X square minus 5x plus 2x minus 10 is equal to 0. Now this would give me x is common here, x minus 5 plus 2 is common, x minus 5 is equal to 0. So my factors for that equation are x plus 2 and x minus 5, right? So if x plus 2 is equal to 0, x will be 5, right? We think so because the product of these two binomials is 0, correct? So either one is 0. We have to think like that, right? That's why how we find out the root. So x is equal to either -2 or it is equal to 5. So these are both the solutions. A quadratic equation can have two solutions, right? So the roots, they had asked to find the roots, so therefore I can say in my answer the roots are -2 and 5, correct? Second part is 2x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. Now let's solve it. So my sum is equal to 1, right? Plus 1, so the middle term coefficient, and my product is equal to -6 into 2, right? So it will give me 12 minus 12. So I can figure out that my two numbers whose sum is 1 and product is equal to -12 can be 4 and 3. 4 and 3 is 12. I have to think about the signs now. So plus 4, right? Because sum is 1 and -3. So this product will give me -12 and sum will give me 1. Okay, so now I'll to split this middle term. The process we are using is splitting the middle term. So 2x square plus 4x minus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0. In this chapter, guys, we are going to learn different ways of solving a quadratic equation. So here the process which we are following is factorization method. We are finding the factors and then we are finding the roots or the solutions, correct? So here the method we are using is splitting the middle term, factorization by splitting the middle term. Okay, now here 2x is common, so x plus 2, and -3 is common, x plus 2 is equal to 0. So for this equation my factors are 2x minus 3 and x plus 2, right? Okay, now my x will be equal to 3 by 2 and it will be equal to -2. So these are my roots, so I can write down that. So the roots are 3 by 2 and -2. Third part says my equation is root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. So here my sum is equal to 7 and product is equal to 5 root 2 and into root 2. So this also becomes 10, right? 5 into 2, root 2 into root 2 will become 2 and then I'll get 10. So my numbers are plus 5 and plus 2, correct? So I can just substitute now. So root 2 x square, splitting the middle term, root 2 x square and plus 5x plus 2x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. Now here I have only x common, root 2 x plus 5. Okay, now I have here, see here it is 2 and root 2, so root 2 is root 2 into root. So this would be again root 2 is common here, so root 2 x plus 5, right, is equal to 0. So my factors would be x plus root 2 and I'll have root 2 x plus 5 is equal to 0. So my x would be minus root 2 and it would be minus 5 by root 2, correct? So these are my two answers for two roots, right? So these are my two roots of this. So that's fine, that's the answer. So should I write down? Yes. Okay, so let me write down. So the roots are minus 5 root 2 and minus root. Fourth part, we have 2x square minus x plus 1 by 8 is equal to 0. Okay, so here my sum is equal to minus 1 and product is equal to 1 by 8 into 2. So product is equal to 1 by 4. Okay, so now we have to find out the numbers in such a way that my sum is equal to minus 1 and product is equal to 1 by 4. Okay, so what will be my numbers, guys? Product is 1 by 4, so I can take half into half. Would that give me the answer? So half into half will give me this, and half minus half and minus half, yeah. So I can take my numbers would be minus half and minus half, right? So if I multiply, I'll get 1 by 4 and product will be minus 1, right? Half and half will become 1. So now let me substitute the value. So substituting or splitting into the middle term, right? So 2x square minus half x minus half x plus 1 by 8 is equal to 0. Okay, so now I can take 2 common here, right? So 2 if I take common, 2x I can take common. So x, it will be minus 1 by 4, right? And minus half if I take common here, x minus 1 by 4 is equal to 0. Okay, so now my factors are x minus 1 by 4 and I have 2x minus half is equal to 0. Okay, so therefore my x is equal to 1 by 4 and it will be minus half into 2, right? So this will also become 1 by 4 plus, right? Okay, so this will also become 1 by 4. So these are my answer. I can write down answer as the roots are 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. On to the last part of the first question. So we have here, I can find out that my sum is equal to minus 20 and product is equal to 100. So my numbers would be minus 10 and minus 10, right? So I can substitute minus 10 and minus 10 or split the middle term as that. So 100x square minus 10x minus 10x plus 1 is equal to 0. Here 10x is common, right? So 10x and I get 10x minus 1. Here minus 1 is common. 10x minus 1 is equal to 0. So I get my factors as 10x minus 1 and 10x minus 1 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 1 by 10 and 1 by 10. So both answers are my 1 by 10, 1 by 10, correct? Now let's write down. This is we have found out the root. So I can write down my answer as 1 by 10 and 1 by 10. So here we can see that the answers or roots can be equal also, correct? So my answer, the roots are 1 by 10 and 1 by 10. Okay guys, so we have finished the first question of this exercise now, 4.2, and we'll move to next questions in the next video. So stay tuned and see you guys.